Welcome to your week 5 movement plan. We have 4 exercises we'll be doing together today, starting with a hip hinge for 45 seconds, moving into bird dogs for 45 seconds, side planks, 30 seconds on each side, and then ending with a side lying open book stretch. Really good for thoracic mobility. For that stretch, I like to supplement with some pillows, or if you have a foam roller and a yoga block, I'll be using those as well. So let's jump on in. Starting with a hip hinge. So the hip hinge is going to focus on that booty strength. For this one, I like to leave my toes relaxed to start. Hands on those hips to really focus on that hinge through the hips, and then exhale, lift, squeeze, press the hips forward. I don't want a magic mic moment. I want your hips stopping right underneath your ribs. So 45 seconds right here. Inhale, lengthen back. Feel that stretch between your seat. Exhale, lift, squeeze the seat together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, squeeze. And as you lift, imagine that string is pulling up through the crown of your head. Inhale, drive the hips back. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Feeling the lift through the pelvic floor, the engagement and activation of the low abs as well. Ooh, the booty's feeling this. Maintaining this hip hinge is going to be so important as the belly grows. Inhale, drive the hips back. Exhale, lift, squeeze through your seat. Finishing strong here. Last one, drive the hips back and press all the way up. Perfect. Come down onto hands and knees. The next set is a bird dog for 45 seconds. If your wrists are irritating you, you can always come onto your forearms, or you can also do this up on your knuckles. So wherever's comfortable for you, we're going to go opposite hand, opposite leg. Press the floor up and away, engage through your core, slide opposite arm and opposite leg long, lower it down, and switch sides. Again, we're going for 45 seconds, so you take this at your own pace. Pressing the floor up and away, lowering down with control. Using your deep core, those transverse abdominals wrapping around your midline like a corset, pressing your shoulders away from the ears. Feeling that glute activation as well. Ooh, the booty feels those hip hinges. And press. Imagine someone is pulling that opposite arm and opposite leg long and lower. The slower you take this, the spicier it gets, I promise. This is not a race. Last one. And lower all the way down. Ooh. All right, for these side planks, you'll drop onto your side. I know how most of you feel about side planks. The good news is this is recorded, so I can't hear it, but stay with me. I want the shoulder over that bottom elbow. Top leg is long, bottom knee stays bent. 30 seconds just on this side. Scoop up out of that bottom oblique. Now, if we're just building into a side plank, just focus on pressing up and away here and hold that for 30 seconds. If we're ready to add on, lift up through that bottom hip. This is going to be just a 30-second hold. So scoop up out of that bottom oblique, 30 seconds right here. Watch that shoulder that you're not pulling forward. Pull that top hip forward. That's going to help make sure the hips stay perpendicular with the floor. Lifting strong out of that bottom oblique, breathing into this. Never holding your breath through any of these. Strong all the way through this side body. If you want to take that top arm up, you have that option. If you want to add some fire, you can float that top leg up. You just have 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down. Let's lift up. Go right in the other side. Like it didn't even happen. 30 seconds. You guys, we can do anything in 30 seconds. Okay. Bottom forearm is long. Bottom forearm is bent. Top leg is long. Bottom knee stays bent. Scoop up out of that bottom oblique. So again, this is a great opportunity. Focus on just the lift right here. And then if you want to add on, we can lift through the hips. So 30-second hold. Press the hips up. Bottom forearm or bottom elbow stacked right underneath the shoulder. 30-second hold, hugging through those low abs. Squeeze your seat to press your hips forward. Send that top hip forward. We like to kind of open up towards the sky. I want you to pull that top hip forward. Keep pressing up out of that bottom oblique. I like to, again, I'm a touchy-feely person. I want to feel it. So I like to feel where the muscle is turning on. Or you can bring that top arm up. And look at that. Just 3, just 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down. Ooh. Ending with my absolute favorite stretch. This is your side lying stretch, although I may say that about a few of them. Grab your pillows, or in this case, the foam roller and the yoga block, combination of my comfiest pillows. Yoga block is gonna be for your head. The foam roller is gonna come between your knees and your ankles. So, setting up nice and strong here. You wanna make sure that core is still and stable. Hips perpendicular with the floor, knees are stacked. Bend that top arm so the fingertips are behind your head. We'll go 45 seconds. Honestly, you're gonna wanna do this for hours. And you're just gonna close it in, big open, pull back without pulling through the hips. Lower down, pull back without letting the hips rock back with this. So the block or the pillow is underneath the head to make sure the neck and the spine stay in one line. Lowering down, big reach up and back. I know I said 45 seconds, but my goodness, I could do these forever. They just feel so good. And that thoracic mobility is so important, especially as we progress in pregnancy, to make sure the baby has plenty of room to move around and get into the best position. Breathing through this, not holding our breath. Sadly, this is our last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. The good news is we have a whole other side to do, so let's do that. Press yourself up. If you want to keep the pillow between your legs and find some miraculous way to do that, color me impressed. All right. So again, right here, slide it down. Big spoon, the foam roller. Adjust the drawers. Let's get right on into it. Bend that top arm, 45 seconds. Right here, peel it open, pressing that top hip forward so you're not letting the knee roll back, and close it down. Find that big opening. Letting that breath flow with ease here. Finding the stretch through the spine, almost like you're wringing out a towel. Close it in, big reach up, pulling it back. Shoulders down and away from the ears, no shrugging up through those traps. Lats are involved. That side back mobility. You may notice after like 3 or 4 of these, you start to get a little more range of motion. And the more we do these, the more you do any move, the stronger we get, the easier they become. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, remove the pillows, have a pillow fight, whatever you wish. That was week 5. Way to crush. I will see you next week.